Good morning. And I want to piggyback on the video I made yesterday. Are you worshiping the promise or the promise keeper? That was from Exodus chapter 33. And I just want to piggyback on that because I feel like more needs to be said, and what you're focusing on. And remember, the Israelites were walking in something that they had prayed for. They wanted freedom to worship their God, to do sacrifices, to pray to Him, and essentially that's what God gave them, even though they were in a wilderness, and it seemed like they had nothing, and they weren't pleased with it. But they were right where they were meant to be. And chapter 33, verse 4, I want to extend on this. And if you don't know, just go back and watch my video that says, what are you focusing on? Are you focusing on the promise or God? In the next verse, in verse 4, it says that they were sad because God said that He wasn't going to go with them. He said, go ahead and get the promise, but I'm not going to go with you. And in verse 4, it says that they were sad. And then in the next couple verses after that, Moses is saying, well, if you're not going to go with them to the promised land, then I'm going to stay here right them, and we're going to stay right here so you don't kill them. And essentially he's pretty much saying is like, well, no, if you're not going to go, then we're not going to go. And it's so true. I don't know about you, but I don't want the promise if God is not in it. And once you change your perspective and you really sit down and think about things, and it's like, am I worshiping the promise? Am I seeking the promise more than I'm seeking a relationship with God? Then you really need to check yourself. I don't know how long you've been on this journey. I've been on, saved since 2007. And in 2015, God gave me this great movie in front of my eyes and was like, hey, here's your purpose. And since 2012, I have been chasing this promise, chasing this, and after a certain amount of time, of course, and also seeking God. Don't get me wrong. I've been seeking God as well and growing in my relationship with Him, and, just really doing both, actually. Until a few years ago, I had to put it down. I had to put the promise down because in reality, He's the one that put it in us. He's the one that made the promise. He's the one that gave us the vision, and but I don't know about you, but I definitely don't want it if God's not in it. If God's not going to be there, then I don't want it.